When the Lakers acquired Luka Doncic, many expected their defense to take a major hit. Anthony Davis, a first-team all-defensive selection last season, had been the backbone of their defense since his arrival. Max Christie was among their top wing defenders, while Doncic carried a reputation as a defensive liability. Surprisingly, the opposite has happened. Davis last played on January 28th, yet in the 12 games since, the Lakers have boasted the league's best defense. Prior to the trade, they ranked 21st, but their defensive dominance has fueled their recent success. What's behind this dramatic turnaround? A mix of strong coaching, standout performances from LeBron James, and a bit of good fortune. Redick has emphasized the importance of staying engaged and giving maximum effort defensively, but he's also implemented key schematic adjustments. The most noticeable shift from Darvin Ham's system is how often the Lakers switch on screens. This approach requires top-tier communication, something Redick has prioritized, and helps cover for Doncic's struggles navigating screens. Ironically, the Lakers' lack of depth at center beyond Jackson Hayes has worked in their favor. It has forced them to go smaller, using Dorian Finney-Smith and Rui Hachimura in more versatile roles, which has only increased their ability to switch. Finney-Smith, in particular, has been an underrated addition. Jared Vanderbilt's return from injury in late January has also played a critical role. As the team's best point-of-attack defender, his presence coincides with their defensive resurgence, which is no coincidence. With Vanderbilt and Finney-Smith locking down the wings, the Lakers have had a defensive anchor cleaning up at the rim, one of the most intelligent players in the league. LeBron James has also stepped up significantly on defense. Earlier in the season, his effort wasn't at the necessary level, which, given his age, was understandable. However, since mid-December, he's ramped up his defensive intensity and has become the biggest factor in the Lakers' resurgence at just the right time. The stats support Redick's observations. Though the sample size is small, NBA Stats ranks LeBron in the 99.7th percentile of all defenders in isolation situations this season. Opponents have just made 3 of 23 attempts against them in these matchups. While he no longer possesses the freakish speed he had in his Miami Heat days, LeBron now relies on exceptional positioning and anticipation to create steals. He may not be an all-defensive player, but at 40 years old, he's playing the best defense of any player his age in NBA history, and that's by a wide margin. A favorable schedule has contributed to their success, as they face several of the NBA's weakest offenses, including the Wizards, Hornets, Blazers, Clippers, and Jazz twice. Even in their recent win over Minnesota, Anthony Edwards' third-quarter ejection played a significant role in the Timberwolves' low-scoring output. That being said, their performance shouldn't be dismissed entirely. They've also held elite offenses like the Knicks and Nuggets to respectable totals. Another factor in their surge is opponent shooting variance. The league average three-point percentage this season sits at 35.8%, but the Lakers' opponents have shot just 32.3% during their streak. Shooting percentages tend to balance out over time, meaning some of the success is due to luck rather than defensive execution. Even with that luck in play, the Lakers team is clearly much better defensively than it was earlier in the season. Improved schemes, greater buy-in, and key roster additions have transformed them into a formidable unit. Their offense has been solid all year, but now that their defense has caught up, they are a dangerous playoff contender. JJ Redick has been exactly what the Lakers hoped for, if not more. With a 106-102 win over the Clippers on Friday night, the Lakers improved to a 37-21 record, but this isn't just about their record. They currently sit 4th in the Western Conference with a real shot at climbing to 2nd before the regular season ends. But this isn't just about their standings either. This is about identity. This is about culture. Who would have thought the Lakers could hold their last 6 opponents to 1 or 2 points or fewer after trading away their best 2 defenders in the Luka Doncic deal? Redick has energized this team the way Sean McVay did with the Rams. He has shaped them into a reflection of his own mindset, much like Jim Harbaugh was with the Chargers. Nearly 60 games into Redick's first season, the Lakers have a clear sense of who they are, something that hasn't been said often in the post-Phil Jackson era. There was no certainty that Redick would be any different from Darvin Ham or Luke Walton, the previous first-time coaches hired by the Lakers. His appointment was met with skepticism, and rightfully so. He wasn't Dan Hurley, the coach the Lakers initially wanted. He had no experience at the professional coaching or management level. His confidence could come off as arrogance, often a red flag or inexperience, and he inherited nearly the same roster that had struggled under Ham. On the surface, He seemed like a desperate gamble. Yet, Friday's victory over the Clippers capped a grueling 4-day stretch in which the Lakers won 3 straight games. They entered the matchup without Rui Hachimura, sidelined with a knee issue, and lost Austin Reeves mid-game to a calf injury. Still, they prevailed, finishing the month with an impressive 10-2 record. Over the past 6 weeks, the Lakers have posted the league's best defensive rating, and once again, their defense set the tone on Friday. Their bench accounted for 9 of the team's 14 steals, with Gabe Vincent swiping 4 and Jordan Goodwin, a two-way contract player, adding 3. Redick praised his team's commitment to the game plan, especially their defensive focus on James Harden and Kawhi Leonard, while Chris Dunn gave them trouble early with 14 first-half points on 6 of 7 shooting. The Lakers stayed disciplined. Dunn cooled off, and Harden was held to just 18 points on a rough 5 for 22 shooting night, including 1 for 10 from 3. Late in the third quarter, one moment brought the crowd to its feet, and it wasn't a LeBron dunk or a Doncic 3. Jared Vanderbilt stripped the ball from Harden, dove onto the floor, and secured possession in a gritty hustle play that embodied the team's newfound identity. This is the new Lakers. This is JJ Redick basketball, and it's here to stay. Let me know down below what you think so far of the Lakers season and what's been going on recently. And if you made it this far and you haven't already, make sure you go down below and you subscribe and you turn the notification bell on so you never miss a Lakers video or any video at all. Leave a like as well. I greatly do appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one.